proximity to a great cultural center of Pasadena. And I'm not comfortable standing up here. I'd rather be home. But I'm here because I care about what happens to Hahamongna. I'm a hiker, and I love wildlife and the natural area, and I just am appalled by this plan. Can you tell me your name?
My name is John Bell.
So I feel bad for you. You are in the hot seat, and you are hearing a lot of opposition. And I'm wondering, I know this is your job. You work for this engineering firm that's hired by the city.
I feel bad for me.
Well, I would like to know what your training is as an engineer. Can I ask that?
I don't know if that's really the appropriate question. But I will provide some background. I have a degree in environmental resource management from Penn State University, and I've been practicing as an environmental planner here in California for the last 10 years and several years before that. That's my background. And our company's background is we've been preparing environmental documents pursuant to the California Environmental Quality Act, essentially since the act was passed back in 1970. Or I'm sorry, in 1970. Before my time.
Well,
but about 30 years.
You're obviously a smart, well-educated, capable engineer. But one of the things that struck me about the master plan, and I have not been studying this for years, like many of the people here, so I only have a very basic understanding of things, but one thing that jumped out at me in the master plan was that the lead consultant in the master plan consultant team is a landscape architecture firm, and that the biology consultant was from Parsons Engineering Sciences. And on their website, it says engineering, design, construction, and project management. Now, to me, that's not a good consultant for wildlife biology, wetlands conservation, and habitat conservation. And so that's the only reason I ask, because there's a real conflict of interest in this plan. I'm going to voice a lot of what has already been voiced here. The problem with habitat restoration. I don't understand how we could be destroying, how many acres is that orange, pink area up there?
We don't have acres yet because they haven't been.
Well, I've heard things over 20 acres. So we're going to cave or build up, bring in sediment and build up this field and then restore the habitat around it? That's crazy. This is a natural habitat. You don't destroy a habitat in order to restore it. Let's see. So in the initial study on page 3-14, there's a question about interfere substantially with the movement of any native resident or migratory fish or wildlife species or with established native resident or migratory wildlife corridors or impede the use of native wildlife nursery sites. No impact. I would say that, and the explanation it provides is that the master EIR indicated that no significant interference with wildlife species movement, largely because the project proposes low-intensity uses and significant habitat restoration. I take issue with that language. I don't think that's valid. And it also goes on to say, so it says that none of this will be affected. So I would like to suggest, and I think this has been already proposed, but I would like to add my voice to the chorus, that a wetlands analysis, a habitat analysis, and a wildlife corridor analysis should be part of the EIR. But really, it all seems like a waste of time. The community is against this. The community would like permanent conservation and preservation of Hahamongna. I have been coming to these meetings since 2010. That's when I first became aware of it. And every time the community is voicing strong opposition to it. And for some reason, the people who've been voted in by the community I didn't vote because I was an Altadena, but most of the Pasadena residents seem to be against this. It's not because we're against soccer fields. Find another area in the city to build a soccer field.